Now, what would this visual look like considering all the shoes that were announced by brands for 2022? Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex, and today's video is about finding the right shoe within each brand for a specific distance. You will understand, maybe if you're following me on Instagram, you already saw the big visuals and maybe you already, commented on them. If not, stay tuned because we will go through all the choices and I will try to explain you why I did them. I'm sorry the footage looks a bit different. I'm shooting this on the GoPro. I had an issue with my camera and now I'm trying to switch the whole camera system. It's more complicated than I thought, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So stay tuned. I hope I will manage to have a nice solution for that. Let's begin with non-plated shoes and then we'll go to plated shoes, and at the very end, stay tuned for that. We'll also cover upcoming releases for 2022 and I will let you know how I think I may be using them in this sort of rotation or exercise, whatever you may call it. Non-plated shoes, let's begin with Adidas. And for Adidas, I would go with the Adios 6 all the way from the 5K up to the marathon, with a slight hesitation for the marathon because I'm not sure my legs would tolerate it, but I don't see anything better from Adidas. If you have better options from Adidas for that, let me know. Asics, I would pick the Noosa Tri 13. I love this shoe. I think it's very, very capable and very pleasant to run in at all sorts of paces. So 5K to the marathon, Noosa Tri 13. Then we have New Balance, and for New Balance, I would pick the Rebel V2 from the 5K up to the half marathon. I'm not a huge fan of the Rebel V2, as you may know. If you don't, go check my first episode of the Trends series where I explained how the shoes grew on me or disappointed me over time. And with New Balance, I would go for a More V3 for the marathon. Same here, I'm not a huge fan of the More V3, but I don't see any better non-plated option from New Balance for the full distance marathon. Nike. Here on the visual, I was a bit confused. I forgot that the Streakfly is not plated. I had the midfoot shank in my head all the time and I was a bit confused. I would probably pick the Streakfly, non-plated Streakfly for the 5K and the 10K, despite it not being my overall choice for the 5K and 10K distances. And here on the visual, I put the Streak 7 and the Rival Fly 3. With some question marks because I wasn't quite sure. I would remove the question marks and just put the Streakfly. And then non-plated for the half marathon and the marathon with Nike, I would go with the Vomero 16. I'm a huge fan of the Vomero 16. Puma, I would pick the Liberate for everything between 5K and the half marathon, with the half marathon being a bit on the limit because I think my legs would not be very happy with me running it in the Liberate because of the lower stack height and more pounding happening on the legs. And then for the full marathon, I would pick the Velocity, but I also consider the Magnify, and that's just, up to personal preferences. So you may consider the Magnify for a non-plated marathon shoe from Puma. Saucony, I decided to go with the Freedom 4. I really enjoyed this shoe from the 5K up to the half marathon. I think it would work a bit better compared to the Liberate from Puma for the half marathon because it saves a bit more the legs. Still a lot of ground contact, but it saves a bit more the legs. And then for the full marathon, I would go with the Endorphin Shift V1 or V2. That's up to you. Now let's go to plated shoes and let's begin again with Adidas 5K Takumi Sen 8. I wouldn't take it for the 10K, but 5K definitely Takumi Sen 8. Then 10K and half marathon, I would go with the Adios Pro 2. I think this shoe really shines for me at half marathon paces and slightly faster, so 10K would work as well. And then I know it's controversial, but the marathon, I would go with the Prime X. Very stable, very efficient, very leg saving type of shoe. So yeah, Prime X for me. And I'm not an elite, my shoes are not controlled before official races, so I can go above the World Athletics stack height limit, no issues here, and I would pick the Prime X. Asics, from the 5K to the marathon, I would go with the MetaSpeed Sky, and you will see in 1 second what I would replace it with for the 5K and 10K, so stay tuned for that. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, if you find it useful or interesting, just please consider liking it. It really helps the channel and the video to be promoted by the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content about running, shoes, cycling, endurance sports in general. You're here on the right channel. New Balance, I would pick the RC Elite V2 from the 5K to the marathon, with the caveat because I don't think this shoe really shines, at least for me, at 5K, 10K paces, but I don't see any better option for now with New Balance. Nike, I would pick the Vaporfly from the 5K up to the half marathon, and then for the marathon, I would really consider the Vaporfly as well. I went with the Alphafly here on the visual because I had some good experiences on longer runs with it, and same as for the Prime X, I think it's a very, leg-saving type of shoe and also very efficient. Puma, I would go with the Deviate Elite. I love this shoe, one of my favorite from last year, and I would pick this shoe from the 5K up to the marathon. Again, if I had the choice between different brands, I'm not sure I would pick this shoe for all those distances, but within Puma plated shoes, Deviate Elite all the way. Saucony, same here, one shoe from the 5K up to the full marathon. It would be the Endorphin Pro V1 or V2. That's up to you, depending on the good deals you may be able to find. And yeah, I would go with the V2, that's the one I have, from the 5K to the marathon, and I think that's a solid choice. Now, what would this visual look like considering all the shoes that were announced by brands for 2022? Let's check it right now. Adidas, no changes. Asics, it's not a new shoe, but it's a colorway that will release on February the 25th, so in 10 days from now. The MetaSpeed Edge, new colorway, screaming orange, I think, and I would consider this shoe for the 5K and 10K distances. If it releases in Europe, I think I'm gonna buy it and review it against the MetaSpeed Sky. New Balance, everything would change, and I would have the supercomp pacer for the 5K, the RC Elite V3, or should I say supercomp Elite V3 for the 10K and the half marathon. And then I have no idea how it rides, so this is really a guess. I may pick the supercomp trainer for the full marathon. Nike, nothing changes, at least with the shoes that were announced or not announced for that case. Then Puma, I would go with the Fast-FWD for the 5K and 10K. Same here, just a guess. I haven't tried the shoe, I have no idea how it rides. So, this is really just a guess. I would stick probably with the Deviate Elite for the half marathon. And then full marathon, I would really consider the Fast R Deviate, or I don't know exactly how it's called. I think it's Fast R Deviate Elite or Fast R Elite. Let's see when it releases. Same here again, it's a guess. Maybe this shoe, the Fast R, would shine also at half marathon and 10K paces, and then I would have to reorganize the shoes. I don't know. Saucony, 5K, 10K, I may consider the Endorphin Pro Plus that released last year. It's not gonna be sold anymore, but I thought it may be interesting to try it, and it may work for 5K and 10K races. And then half marathon and marathon, I would go with the Endorphin Pro 3, which was announced and will release next June or July, somewhere there early summer, and I think it may work at half marathon, marathon type of paces. All right, this is it for today. Now it's your turn in the comments. Let me know, pick one brand. I know here we are geeks and we love all brands, but try to pick one and go through all the different distances with the shoes that you would pick. I'm really looking forward to read from all of you in the comments. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits. And most importantly, take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.